So I actually brought a new scooter and it's the Gusto 125 from Mahindra. So I'm going to share my experience with the scooter. So I'm going to ride that now. And so it's not a kind of review, but I'll share a few bits about the scooter and my overall experience. Hi friends, it's about 7:40 in the morning and today I'm going to test ride my new Gusto. So I will be taking it to the highway and we'll do a short review or ownership experience, and I'll also share a better experience that I had with the scooter from the day one. So what happened actually was I bought the scooter on I mean like 5 days back from Alpha Motors Whitefield, and it costed me around 62,000 rupees. So the thing is that the moment I was out of the showroom when I took the delivery, I was just out of the showroom and I had like ridden it for 5 kilometers. I had a signal, that's the Hope Farm signal in Whitefield. So I just switched off my engine and waited for the signal to go green. At that time, what happened? Once the signal was green, the moment I tried to start the scooter, it didn't start. So it actually stopped. So no matter whatever I did, I couldn't start the scooter. So it was basically not cranking. The the lights were glowing, the horn was okay. That means the battery was absolutely fine. So it was about 6:30 in the evening. So what I did, so I was a little angry. I said it's the first day and I just took the delivery and the scooter has got this problem. So I immediately called the showroom guys. So they said, sir, it is already evening and the service center is closed, so you have to park it somewhere there. You have to make some arrangements, and tomorrow we are going to pick it. So I was literally very angry. I was really feeling bad that I brought this scooter new one and see I am having this problem. So what I did, I parked it. So there is a store called Moto Armor. So luckily the owner of the store, Mr. Ram, is a good friend of mine. So I took his help and parked this scooter under the basement of the Moto Armor store. And then the next day I came, and luckily the scooter got started. Then I took it immediately to the showroom. I asked them to fix this, and I was very angry actually. I said them it's a new scooter. I just took the delivery and it failed. This is a quality problem, I mean quality check problem. Maybe things are not checked properly. So then what they did is they took about half an hour, and the service center certainly fixed the problem. I mean, at least they said that they have fixed it. So they replaced some part. I am not sure what exactly they did. So exactly after 30 minutes, this guy said that the scooter is fixed now. There was some loose connections and we have replaced the whole wiring kit or something, the starter wiring kit or something, they said. So and they said that this problem is not going to happen again. It's a minor issue. So then I took the scooter again. That particular day I didn't ride it much, so I kept it parked on my parking. And then next day, my wife actually took it to the office, to her office. So while going there was no problem. While returning also, when she started at her office, it started. But on the way she had a signal, and she also did the same mistake that she switched off her engine at the signal, because it was a long signal. It was about 3 minute signal. Then after that, surprisingly, the scooter again failed to start. So now she was almost 12 kilometers away from home. It was almost 7:30 in the evening, and I was 30-35 kilometers away from home. And for her location, I was almost 20-25 kilometers. So she called me. I was also helpless, so I have to rush. In hurry, I have to come. I came there. I saw the scooter was not starting, no matter whatever I do. So somehow again I called the showroom guys. They said, no sir, now we cannot pick the scooter. It is already late in the night and no mechanics are there. All that. So basically, they asked me to take care of the problem by yourself. Anyway, luckily, after 30 minutes of hard trial, finally the scooter got started, and we took it. So we took it to home. Then the next day, again the scooter was not starting in the morning. So it was, I mean, in the morning it was not starting. So around 10, I called this Mahindra guys, and they came, and somehow that time the scooter started. They took it to the showroom, and luckily this time at the showroom itself, it again failed for several times. Now I was really angry. I was very very angry. I said, you guys have just sold me a defective piece, and you don't even bother about this. So I don't want the scooter. You have to give me a new scooter. That's what I said them. But those guys, they didn't agree to replace the scooter at any cost. They said, sir, once something is sold, it is sold, and almost your papers are there at the RTO, so we are not going to replace it at any cost. But we are going to repair. Whatever the problem is, we are going to fix it. But I was really unhappy that I just bought a new scooter, and from the day one there is a problem, and it's a electrical, I mean, it's an electrical problem. So I was really skeptical that even though these people will fix it today, so they are actually trying to be nice to me at this moment, because just that I have brought the scooter right now. But what happens after like 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months? They are not going to even care. So they'll simply ask me to dump the scooter at the service center and go. So that was the feeling which I had. But what to do? I was helpless. So these guys, but I really fought there. I was very angry. So finally, these guys felt that this is a big problem, and what they did, so they took about 2 to 3 days to observe the problem and fix it. So finally, they came up with a solution that there is a problem with the CDI unit. Now, the thing is, they said that I replaced this. I'm going to replace. They said that they are going to replace the CDI unit, but I was actually, I didn't have any kind of trust or hope in the scooter anymore, because, and nor I didn't believe those engineers who have got the scooter fixed, because earlier also they said that the problem is fixed, and still my wife was stuck somewhere away from home. So literally I was really unhappy. So anyway, finally they have replaced the CDI unit, and it's almost like 2 days. I have the scooter with me. Until now it didn't face the problem again. But out of the whole thing, I just thought, ki, why should I take the pain? I mean, even after buying a new thing from the market, if you start facing the problem from the day one, it's really a bad symbol. It's a bad symbol of bad selling bad quality products to your customers, or selling the products without proper testing. So what I feel is, I will never ever recommend anyone to go for the scooter, because, and I'll be very honest, this is not the only problem which I face with the scooter. One more problem I'm facing now also is that cold starting problem. The moment, if you have observed, when the moment I started the scooter, it didn't start for twice or thrice. Then I pulled the choke, then it started. Then again after some time it stopped. So that is also a problem. And I spoke to one more friend of mine who has a 110 Gusto. He also complains me the same thing. He has the same complaint. He says that, yeah, my scooter also doesn't start in the morning most of the time. So I spoke with the mechanic. He says that, sir, after first service, your scooter will be okay. That starting problem will go. So since the engine is new, the engine oil is new, I don't know what bullshit he's speaking, but he says. Now coming down to the review of the scooter, the overall review. Well, I am not technically so sound to do bikes and all those reviews. I can simply do a ownership review, like how I feel and what I feel about the scooter. So those things I can just explain with very simplified terms. No, I mean no out of the point things which I know. So if you want a detailed and all those kind of reviews, I think a lot of people, they have done it, like Autocar does, the Power Drift guys does, and a lot of other companies, they do that. So they do quite better. So I am going to share you just ownership experience, how I feel about the scooter and what kind of problems I experience, if at all I experience any problems, or overall comfort, riding, all that. Alright? This is the 125 scooter from Mahindra. So I brought the scooter for my wife for her regular commuting, for her office and all that. So this is the 125 scooter, and this is the new color scheme. I think they get this color scheme only for the 125cc of scooters. The 110 has the basic colors. So I think this color, some people will like it and some people will hate it, but some way or the other I liked it, so me and my wife liked it, so we bought this. So anyway, I have already shared my problematic experience just before this. So now I'm going to share the overall riding experience and all that. So the very first thing is that this scooter is very comfortable. The suspensions and the overall pickup power and everything is very comfortable. So being a owner, I'm quite happy with the comfort and pickup power, all that stuff. I'm quite happy. And so I have not yet tested the mileage because it has already done. It has done only 270. So I think I'm going to test the mileage after. Maybe after 500 kilometers. So the first servicing is about 500 kilometers. So after that, I'm going to do a kilometer per liter test. And so overall experience is good. Fit and finish is quite good. Okay, so I didn't opt for the top model where they have those fancy stuffs like adjustable seat heights and flip key, follow me lamp and whatnot. So I felt those things I don't actually really need it. So it was about like 5,000 rupees difference. I thought, why spending that 5,000 on these fancy stuffs? So I didn't do that. Okay, so a few things which I liked about this scooter is that this space is good. The underseat storage is also quite good. It's not going to accommodate a helmet of this size because this is a very big, it's a large helmet. It is not going to accommodate this big helmet, but it accommodates most of the helmets. Helmets which are little smaller than this, or you can say ladies helmets, it will accommodate regular helmets. So understorage is good. And one more thing I liked about this scooter is it has a 6-liter tank, fuel tank capacity. So that's something which is good, because usually I have experienced this thing that usually the scooters are less in, the mileage is less and the tank capacity is very low. It's about 4 liters or 5 liters, where the full tank range is actually very bad, even though you ride it at the city. But still, who likes to rush to the petrol pump every now and then? So that's the thing. So you can see I have not yet registered the scooter. So overall it's good. The build quality is good. One thing which I didn't like about the scooter is, I think two things I didn't like. So the first thing is that the brakes. The brakes are really, really bad. It's not so good. You don't feel that feedback from the brake, and you have to rush on it. If your speed is above 50 or 60 kilometers, you'll feel that it's not going to hold. So it takes long time to stop. So that's one issue that I faced. The second issue which I faced was, if me and my wife, we are riding together, I feel the pickup is quite less. So that is probably one more reason for which I actually took the 125cc, thinking in my, I kept in mind that the 110 would be little sluggish for two people. For single rider, yeah, it's absolutely fine. So I thought that 125 will be little bit more powerful, even though the specs doesn't make much difference. It is just 0.5 bhp, I think, is the difference between the 125 and 110cc. But I heard a lot. So guys, if you are asking me that should I go for the scooter or not, then I would say I am really confused, because of the experience, of the bitter experience which I had. But considering the fact that the pricing of the scooter is low, compared to other scooters, so if you are less on budget and you feel that that's the max budget which you are going to spend on a scooter, in that case you can go for it. But I still feel that there is a lot of problem with the technical, the engineering stuff. Okay, I think still Mahindra has to go far. Still it sounds like little bit unmatured. So I feel that if you can, then it is better to avoid buying this scooter, because overall I am not happy. So I think, in Indian market, whenever we speak about scooters or we talk about scooters, the first thing comes into our mind is Activa. And I'd say, why not? At least I have not seen people complaining about any sort of such problems which has happened with Activa. At least they are good in their products. I mean, maybe after a couple of months, I don't know how things turn up, but initial feedbacks, I think that you'll have a better experience with Honda. The products are quality. I mean, the quality is very good. Quality check is good. So yes, but I'm not going to suggest you to buy Activa, but there are a lot of other scooters now. For example, the TVS Jupiter was one of them. It was a nice scooter, so that you can prefer. And I'm thinking that maybe the Activa 125 is also a very good choice. So Activa 110, I didn't like it much because it doesn't have the telescopic suspensions. So it's kind of outdated now. So they have to upgrade it. So that's the reason I didn't buy the Activa 110, and the 125cc was a little bit higher on budget, even though I didn't have the monetary problem of deciding. I mean, so that was not the major factor, but I just thought of trying something different. So that's the reason I actually bought this scooter. I thought that let's ride something different. What is the point of riding what everyone rides? So that's the reason I actually thought of getting this scooter. So alright friends, so with this I'll end this review, and maybe after riding this for like 3-4,000 kilometers I am going to do a long-term ownership review about the scooter. Okay, thank you so much. So please do subscribe to my channel for further videos. All the best, bye bye.